At the time of this recording, which is December 2nd, 2021, my MacBook Pro is running on macOS Big Sur version 11.5.2, although the latest version available is macOS Monterey. This is my first tutorial, so please bear with me, and let's get started. The reason behind why I wanted to interact with my computer through my MIDI instruments right here was when I was learning about looping here in Session View in Ableton. That's when I learned about key mappings and MIDI mappings. And immediately after I learned about this, I thought, okay, what about if I can use my MIDI instruments not only to trigger certain stuff in Ableton, but also to interact with my computer in the sense that I could do stuff like this. So that's when I learned about midiStroke, but there are not a lot of good tutorials out there and updated ones at the moment, although I found really useful information in forums and other videos, but I wanted to share this with someone that is interested still in this software, midiStroke, and that wants a free version and an updated version at the moment in 2021. So I'm going to start from 0, and that means we're going to install midiStroke on our Mac. So we go here to midiStroke, Charlie Roberts website, and we go here. midiStroke beta for macOS Catalina is not available. Now that's going to download. Now it's here, and when we try to open that, we'll have a warning that it cannot be opened because the developer cannot be verified. We ignore this and we go to System Preferences, and then we go to Security and Privacy. Now we go to General, and here we have to give permission to midiStroke to open anyway. So we open it, and after that you go to Privacy. You go to Accessibility, and we are going to see if we can give permissions to midiStroke to allow for changes. So now here we are going to add midiStroke. You see, allow the app. Okay, midiStroke is here. My computer is a bit slow at the moment, but okay. Allow the apps below to control your computer. So give permission to midiStroke, and that's pretty much it. We're set. Now we are going to go to download a software called MIDIMonitor. Here's the first link at snoise.com, and we download this version. So what MIDIMonitor does is that it tells you what MIDI note is being played from your MIDI instrument. I'm going to connect now. I'm going to connect now this guy, the LS Q Mini. And I'll wait for a minute until it recognizes the Q Mini. It's recognized here, so when I play here, all these notes, you will see the channel and the MIDI note that it's being played. You have to make sure that in MIDIMonitor you go to Preferences and it's put into decimal number. The software, when I downloaded, came with Note middle C, but put it in decimal number to make your life easier. Now we clear here, and for example, these two black keys, when I press them, I have these numbers here, 49 and 51. That's when we go to the midiStroke software. We have to make sure that our MIDI instrument is selected. Now we're going to add these callings, these mappings, this way. So if I want this string to, this key to be the left key in my computer, what I'm going to do is take that 49 and put it here. And then I'm going to create a mapping. Here, if you go to keystrokes, you'll see all the keys in your computer that you can work with. So here I'm going to write left, and that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to add another one, which is 51, right? And I'm going to add here, for this, I'm going to add the right key. There you go. So, for example, if I go to Ableton now, and for example here, and I do this will start moving. It's pretty neat, right? And this could be extended to this other MIDI instrument. I'll show you. So we go back here, I'm gonna actually unplug the QLS Mini, and I'm going to plug the MultiStrike. Now, if I play here as well, I will get some information as well. Be careful about the channel. Okay, so let's clear this for a second. Let's clear this for a second as well. And let's make sure to do this right. So this left one is 36, this is 37, and this is 38, all running in channel number 10. This would be 40, this would be 41, and let's do this one, 44 and 45. Okay, so let's start assigning all of this. Let's see. For example, let's assign 36 channel 10. Let's add 37 channel 10. Let's add 38. But you have to make sure that here our midiStroke multipad is selected. 38, 10, right? And then you have to go for the next one, 40, channel 10, 42, I'm sorry, 41, also in channel 10. Now 44, channel 10, and 45, channel 10 as well. Now we have to create the mappings here. What are they going to mean in the computer? So let's start with 36. For example, let's say that I want to press X key when I play that. And let's say that I want to press here key 0, right? Press that. 38. Let's say that we want to press here enter. I'll show you why later. Now, this is going to be very similar to what we saw with the keyboard. So I'm going to do here left. I'm going to do here right. I'm going to do here. Oh, I'm going to do here on 44. I'm going to do up, because why not? And I'm going to do here down. I'll make sure that that's the right keystroke right here. Yeah, up and down. Okay. So we should be set to go. So for example, we can see if this is working here. There you go. So you can that's pretty cool. You can then move here and you can extend that to maybe a more useful setup in which we can move left or right, or we can move also up and down. So I hope this tutorial was useful, and thank you for watching.